Hey, fellow 70s, Jeff Hall here. Like many of us, I started dabbling with cameras and photos when I was about 14, but it wasn't really until years later, after college, grad school, marriages, jobs, and about 25 countries, that I got into photography seriously. Right at the time my kids started playing sports in middle school, I bought my first digital camera, and it's kind of gone from there. In my quest to do Sports Illustrated quality photos of my kids' soccer, lacrosse, baseball, field hockey, basketball, track events, I invested in a never-ending series of upgrades to lenses, camera bodies, and my own skills, to the point where I was actually getting pretty good results by the time they left for college. But as a result of all the expense involved in this part-time hobby, I was always looking for ways to support my addiction. It turned out that one of the best sports lenses that I had been using, that Nikon makes, is also their best portrait lens. So when my daughter asked me to take her yearbook photos for high school, I said yes. I took a grand total of about 100 images of her and the two friends she brought along for the shoot, and not really knowing what I was doing, the shots turned out slightly better than snapshots. However, I continued taking yearbook photos for the high school in our town for the following 12 years, and by the time we moved from New Hampshire to North Carolina 2 years ago, I was getting pretty good at portraits and made enough money to subsidize my never-ending quest for newer and better equipment. Along the way, I also discovered that the team photo market was lucrative, and I cornered that for the lacrosse teams in Amherst, New Hampshire. Also, real estate photography was another enjoyable sideline and gave me an excuse to buy an ultra-wide angle lens that I had no other rationale for purchasing. However, now that we've moved to North Carolina, I find that the schools all have their own exclusive yearbook photographers, as do the major real estate outfits. So as a result, I'm semi-retired from photography too. Therefore, my new tactic is to enter as many local photo contests and challenges as possible for both the fun of occasionally winning a ribbon or a few bucks, but more importantly, to keep me out and about in our beautiful new surroundings. While I miss the autumn colors and the small-town feel of historic Amherst, New Hampshire, where we lived for 20 years, I have never missed the snow, sludge, skids, and slop of the 69 winters that we left behind. And still, there are many times I can still feel the clunk of a chunk of granite coursing around my muscles and my brain. I hope you enjoy my work.